Why don't skeletons like Halloween candy? They just don't have the stomach for it. What's going on, YouTube? As September comes to a close, we have a brand new month of October and fun rewards to talk about. As you can see, the October 2025 roadmap has a lot of really good things for it to farm, lots of new rewards, and that's what we're going to break down in today's video. We start with login rewards. Those are going to be 9 Luminous Ink for a 7-day login, 5 Instant All Scrolls on day 14, and 8 Tempering Alloys on day 21. Next up, we have the Elder Scrolls Online October 2025 TESO returns for a month of celebrating and sharing the Elder Scrolls Online's community's amazing fan creations. Keep an eye on social channels and the official websites for prompts and where to participate. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about this. I don't know if this is going to be just fan art. I don't know if this is going to be housing contest. It's a bit hard to know without more specific detail. I think it could be a mixture of both because I believe oftentimes they do different types of contests around the holiday seasons to really showcase the beautiful holiday things that you can create inside of the ESO houses and other just in general, just cool things that you can do inside of the game. Keep an eye out for that. We'll talk about it more as we get additional information. And speaking of additional information, the Writhing Wall developer overview will be on October 1st. That breaks down the in-game event that's going to be going on here, well, shortly after, as we go through and talk about that. It'll be really nice to go through and have the developers actually break things down because there's still a lot of confusion about the actual event. So it'll be nice to have a specific breakdown and hopefully one that also goes over the rewards, although we know some of the rewards. One of the more boring things that's going to be going on from October 9th through the 14th is going to be Capture the Relic Battlegrounds weekend. I have nothing against Capture the Relic. I think it's a fun ESO game mode, but with 8 people, it's a bit painful. Even with the bonus to alliance points, it just rarely seems rewarding to farm. So I don't necessarily think it's worth it. Yes, doing a single, Capture the Relic game could probably give you a lot of assault and support lines that you need. But if that's the case, just participate in the Vengeance campaign, get your alliance points that way. Next up is the Battle for the Writhing Wall. It's going to be October 13th through to be determined because it's be part of history as you join your fellow players in assaulting the Writhing Wall and unlock the Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 2. Take part in all 3 phases of the war to earn special collectibles and gain access to Eastern Solstice. The war against the Worm Cult begins. So, how this will work is that every mega server is going to basically have its own progress towards the Writhing Wall. Some of it will take part in Solstice, some of it's going to take part out of Solstice and occur in some of the other Elder Scrolls Online zones. So you'll be able to participate even if you're not actively in Solstice or if you even have a Solstice unlocked. And how it will work is that as you make basically server progress, so Xbox NA will make progress separate from Xbox EU, which will make progress server difference from PC NA. So as you get further, more things will happen, more story and content will open up, and it will be based on how many different achievements and goals are hit by that server as they come up. And also concurrently with that, from October 13th through the November 26th, there's going to be a Golden Pursuit active, which is going to give us some rewards. We actually got to see that reward up here. You can see that in the top right corner, unlock a new pet and mount. Actually looks pretty dope just by participating in that Golden Pursuit. So there's a lot of good reason to do so, to participate. As well, there will also be a live stream to kick it off. There's going to be some drops enabled during that period as well. So basically, if you just go to Twitch, you're going to be able to find yourself getting some free rewards just by passively watching. I will do my best to also stream that period as well. So that way we can get a little bit of, community going, see how things are as they come up. We'll see what it's like participating in that ESO event. Then we have the Witches Festival from October 23rd through November 5th. The Witches Festival is one of my favorite ESO events because it's not complicated. Basically, all you need to do is just do pretty much any type of content that you want to do. I'm going to put that at the end of the video, a quick Witches Festival tutorial breakdown of just what the event does. So if you want to skip to that, use the timestamp below. And then update 48 hits October 27th. I believe a lot of this is still kind of up in the air with some of these base game fixes are going to look like. Obviously, the additions, we're going to have the new Eastern Solstice Zone, new collectibles, rewards, etc., etc. But a lot of the actual fixes and nerfs and buffs and other things, I think, are still a bit up in the air. So from that aspect, we'll wait to see what's going to be coming on in Update 48. But it will be hitting PC and Mac October 27th. And the true story of Solstice begins. The war and the seasons for the Worm Cult storyline nears its dread conclusion this October in the Elder Scrolls Online. Are you ready to be part of the war effort? Great rewards await those who are willing to fight Tamriel's most feared necromonic cult. Share out your October battle plans via all of our socials. So I actually really am excited for this ESO event. I think it's just very different from the ones that we normally get. And I think, oftentimes, I love the static ESO events, the Witches Festival, all of the other like New Life events, just because I know going into it what I need to do, right? But there is also some really fun aspects of having a server-wide event where everybody's participating and working towards a goal, and then also actually doing something unique and different with the Golden Pursuit attached to it. And the Golden Pursuit is going to give us a mount and a non-combat pet, and you're also able to participate in the actual Solstice event, even if you don't have the content pass, which I also think is really nice as well. But as promised, here is the Witches Festival. Now, we're going to have a lot of global passives during this period. The important thing to note is it's 100% bonus to XP. So basically, double XP that will stack with XP scrolls or XP potions. You also don't need to do anything to activate the experience buff. If you're like, Jake, what does that even mean? It was a mechanic that occurred a little while ago where you had to actually activate a little thing. Then you would get an XP buff for a couple hours, but you'd have to activate it again. It was a little goofy, but just know that it's all passive now. But then you can get plunder skull drops from pretty much anything. Incursions, those are your dragons. Those are your dolmens. Those are your, big slodes coming out of the ground in Somerset. We have quest, delve, public dungeon, normal dungeon, trial, arena, infinite archive, and world bosses. So pretty much everything is going to be dropping plunder scrolls during this time period. And it's going to be able to give you rewards, obviously, by doing so. Your event tickets during this event are going to be exceptionally easy because all you need to do is defeat literally anything. A delve boss, a dragon, a world boss, a public dungeon, a normal dungeon, the infinite archive. You'll be getting yourself 2 event tickets as well as a plunder skull. Now this is where it differs slightly from most ESO events, because as those of you participating in the Undaunted Celebration event, you kill a dungeon boss, you get a gold one, then every subsequent ones are purple. However, this is a little bit different because it's 1 gold per type of content, meaning you can actually get 10 different unique Dwemer Plunder Skull types, each linked to different boss categories. All you need to know is that's just everything we talked about above. You get a gold one for delves, public dungeons, world boss, group dungeons, trials, arenas, etc., etc. All of those things that were listed above, meaning that you can actually get 10 per day. So to summarize, what that means is that you kill a delve boss, you get a gold one. And then if you kill a second delve boss, you get a purple one. Then you kill a world boss once per day. Your first world boss is going to also give you a gold one. So now you've got a gold one for your delves and a gold one for your world bosses. So you can continue to do that for all 10 different types of content per day. And obviously you may want to do that because the gold ones are filled with the juice. Purple ones are okay, but it's generally best to get at least one of each of the gold ones that are easy to obtain. And they note here that the best way to kind of maximize this event for time is Fungal Grotto 1. There's definitely a lot of ways that you can utilize this event. For example, a lot of people will also look at the Bankurai World Boss Trio. For those of you who don't know what the Bankurai World Boss Trio is, it's basically this trio of world bosses down here that get absolutely ham-fisted anytime there's an event where you benefit from killing world bosses. Alakir Desert's also very popular. You're going to see a ton of people down in Southern elsewhere killing dragons. Somerset, you're going to see tons of people farming and killing geysers. It is an ESO event that really lets you maximize the time period however you want. And here are all the 10 Dwemer types that you're able to get. Some of these will also be from specific to the actual Halloween event, the Crowborn Horror, Lord Horrorjack, and then obviously the new Infinite Archive, which hasn't always existed. So those 3 new ones don't actually drop to you any of the old motifs. I would not necessarily worry about the drummer motifs. A lot of people might look at this and go, oh, Jake, you know, should I be focused on farming specific ones because they drop different pieces? For example, Dark Anchors, Geysers, Hailstorm, Dragons, Volcanic Vents, etc. They drop daggers and gloves. No, don't worry about it because the Dremora motifs have been out for so long, they're worth like 500 gold. So don't worry about that. Worry about whatever is the best maximized way for you to use your time to get the Plunder Skulls. So if that's for you killing dragons, do that. If it's Farmer Grotto 1, do that. If it's Geysers, do that. If it's Delve Bosses, Public Dungeons, do those things. Don't min-max it around any of the Dremora motifs because they're not worth anything these days. Here's a quick snapshot of some of the rewards that we can get, and I will break down, and I'll have my own dedicated Witches Festival event video breakdown where we kind of go through a bit more of this in detail. Obviously, the Witches Festival writs you can use to complete the Hollowjack style and some other achievements. We'll break that down more in its own separate video, so this doesn't just become a Witches Festival video. You can see here there's a lot of, you know, nice body markings and cool Halloween things. And for those of you who don't know, if you have any sort of glowing effect like these do, if you have a skin that also glows, it will cause it to have like a really cool after effect, which is really cool. And we're also going to have the first fragments of the wild grown Chapel of Giuliano's house. You will not be able to get it during this event, but you'll be able to start to get it with your event tickets, which is going to be really cool. You're also going to be able to get this Witches Festival house. You can get it for gold, 250,000 gold, or you could buy it with crowns. Obviously, 250,000 gold is not a lot, in my opinion, when it comes to a beautiful Halloween-themed house. This is probably one of the most used houses when it comes to Halloween-esque events. We have some actual specific quests that you can complete that are going to have you kind of going through and killing, you know, Lord Hollowjack and all those other things. They have their own specific achievements tied to them that we'll break down again without making this video become a bit too long. But those are the important aspects of this event. Also important to note, you can use your event tickets to actually get some assorted Witches Festival themed furniture. A lot of people don't actually utilize it for that reason. You can also get the Witches grab bag to get yesteryear stuff. Some of this stuff is worth tons and tons of gold, but I will warn you, most of it is not. So unless you have like a full catalog of most of the cheap yesteryear stuff, it's not always worth it necessarily to gamble, especially if you want to try to save up to get that house as it becomes available. Don't worry, Phyllis will be wearing a witch's hat. We always love to see that. And we have our Indrakes as always. So a lot of stuff in this event as we go through it. Again, the biggest chase items are going to be your Bewitched Sugar Skull recipe. That's going to be the juice when it comes to the event. Obviously, the provisioning ingredients are always going to be really valuable as well. Any gold recipe is going to be good. Furniture recipes are kind of all over the place, but mostly a bit and obviously, as you can see, there's tons of specific furniture events or furniture that you can get during this event. So that's the Witches Festival. In a quick TLDR version of itself, hopefully that wasn't too long for you guys. It will have its own dedicated video where we talk about every achievement, every collectible as well. Do not worry. But everyone, I just have to tell you, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, you guys are fantastic. I love always making these videos for you guys. Unfortunately, I'll be going to work here soon. We work a 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. overnight shift, and we're recording this at 9 p.m. So once we finish recording, we'll be going to work. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much again for watching. We're doing our quick 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comments below and like on the video. Second thing is just make sure you're subscribed. And the third thing is look for hidden word be flashed upon the screen. And if you ever want to see a nice little cat that sits on me, black cat for, you know, the month of October, I don't know what else I can offer you for a like on the video. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.